team. Cowboys. And who I'm rolling with, huh?
Welcome to another episode of Classic Dallas Cowboys Talk. I am Sean Farrell. God is great all the time. All the time, God is great. Jesus Christ died. He rose again. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so Jesse Soloman was one of the players that we acquired from the Minnesota Vikings in the Great Train Robbery, the Herschel Walker trade. Okay, but Jesse Soloman has some problems. Okay, coming over here to Dallas. Okay, so I was just knowing more about some of the players that came over to Dallas, the Great Train Robbery. I think only one of them lasted through the Super Bowl season of 1992, Isaac Holt. Okay, Isaac Holt lasted until 1992. So Isaac Holt was actually one of the players who came over from the Vikings who actually won a Super Bowl with the Cowboys. But again, Jesse Soloman came over to the Cowboys 1989 mid-season, and like I said, he had issues. Okay, he shared time with Ken Norton in 1989. He held out in training camp in 1990, which allowed Ken Norton to get the job full time. Okay. And when he came back, when Jesse Soloman came back, he was primarily on special teams and like pass rushing situations. Okay. So then 1991 comes. Okay. Training camp 91 comes. So this is how it went for Jesse Soloman. On April 21st, 1991, linebacker Jesse Soloman walked out of Dallas Cowboys training camp after he was demoted to the second team, which is probably the reason why they picked up Dixon Edwards in the draft. And not only did they pick up Dixon Edwards, they already had Vincent Smith, Jack Del Rio, and Ken Norton. Okay. His departure led to a suspension, and he was ultimately traded to the New England Patriots in September, which he only lasted 2 days there. He actually played for Tampa Bay in 1991. Okay. The walkout was a climax of a tumultuous tenure with the Cowboys. Soloman had arrived in Dallas as part of the famous 1989 Herschel Walker trade with the Minnesota Vikings. However, his time there was heavily plagued by contract disputes. The year prior, in 1990, Soloman had already missed the entirety of training camp due to a massive holdout before coming to terms with owner Jerry Jones. By the summer of 1991, things had deteriorated further. After being removed from his starting strong side linebacker position, Soloman stormed out of the team's training camp in August. The Cowboys suspended him for conduct detrimental to the team, and on September 15th, 1991, the team traded him to New England Patriots in exchange for a 6th-round draft pick. So that's pretty much how Jesse Soloman's time in Dallas went. Okay. That's pretty much how his time went in Dallas. And let's just say Jimmy Johnson did not play. Jimmy Johnson did not play. And again, that's probably the reason why they picked up Dixon Edwards in the drafts, because they knew Jesse Soloman wouldn't be there for long. And again, they already had Vincent Smith, Ken Norton, Jack Del Rio. Then you bring in the rookie Dixon Edwards, okay? Then they brought in another linebacker, Derek Brownlow, okay? Cowboys brought in another linebacker named Derek Brownlow. So, yeah, it kind of made a sense. Yeah, kind of made a sense that they picked up Brownlow and Edwards in the draft, in addition to all of the other linebackers they already had. So yeah, they also picked up another linebacker named Mickey Pruitt. Yeah, they picked up another guy named Pruitt. Yeah, so where was Jesse Soloman gonna be, right? But Jimmy Johnson didn't tolerate that kind of crap on his team. So yeah, probably made perfect sense for him to go to Tampa Bay, traded to New England initially, but ultimately ended up in Tampa Bay for the 1991 season. So the Cowboys and Eagles have always been rivals. Cowboys and Eagles have always been rivals. Hold on, okay. Down. Yeah, so Cowboys and Eagles have always been rivals for a very, very long time, and and Drew Pearson sort of had a sarcastic reaction to one of the Philadelphia fans who pointed to the television camera and said, "Dallas, we hate you, Dallas, right here at the vet." And one of the Philadelphia sports writers, Hall of Fame sports writers, recalled Drew Pearson's reaction to that. Okay.
Well, everybody hated the Cowboys in those days, for sure, because we won and we were clean, and Philadelphia lost and they were dirty.
We went down.
They absolutely despised us.
We hate you.
They pointed at the camera and they said, "We hate you. We hate you." And I remember Drew Pearson sitting next to me and said, "My God, they really do hate us, don't they?"
That was Drew Pearson's sarcastic reaction to Philadelphia fans saying, "Oh man, no one liked Drew Pearson." We all remember the championship ring at the draft. Oh man. But yeah, they also took some shots at Drew Pearson too.
Extra nudge, the extra shot, the extra pop into a guy.
He took the shot on me, and then I tried to get up to retaliate, and he just grabbed my face mask and almost twisted my head off inside my helmet. And from then on, I had this nasty attitude against the Eagles. I always wanted to get them. I wanted to cheap shot them like they were cheap shotting not only me, but some of the other players.
Harold Carmichael caught a pass in 127 consecutive games. But where did his streak end? It ended in Dallas. Dennis Thurman hit him and knocked him out of bounds and put him in back spasms, and he couldn't finish the game.
We need to end the streak against us. Dennis pulled the trigger on him, and that was it.
I'm Landry's Cowboy.
Yeah. That Dennis Thurman hit that kind of preempted one of the things I wanted to talk about. Harold Carmichael catching the pass in 100-something games, and Dennis Thurman knocking his butt out into Texas Stadium. Nothing better than that. So, the strike of 1987. Okay. So the strike of 1987, okay. players went on strike, okay, and the replacement players came in, okay, and so basically, the Dallas Cowboys have replacements. The Philadelphia Eagles have replacements, and Tom Landry did something that Buddy Ryan did not appreciate, and Buddy Ryan got Tom Landry back, right? Okay.
Although this defeat haunted Tom Landry, his biggest nightmare became Buddy Ryan.
During the strike, the Eagles replacement players played a game down in Dallas. Tom Landry had said stuff like, yeah, we've got veterans here, but, we're not going to run a lot of tricky stuff. We're just going to play basic football.
They toss it right with Lott.
First play from the game, he ran a double reverse for a 62-yard touchdown.
Got a reverse left to Edwards. He has blockers. To the 40, Edwards to the left sideline.
Buddy was just absolutely livid.
A 62-yard touchdown reverse.
The Buddy didn't like that, and he had respected Landry up to that time. So then we got here, and he wanted to get him back.
Less than a minute to go, the Eagles have the ball, and they're just running out the clock, kneeling down. Randall Cunningham kneels down once, kneels down twice. He's getting ready to kneel down the last time. He kneels down and then stands up.
This could be a fake. It is.
An interference call on Dallas led to an Eagles rub-it-in touchdown, which rekindled the bitterness.
Buddy trotted off the field with the biggest smile on his face that you ever saw. To him, this was his revenge.
Yeah, we're talking about Buddy Ryan. There's no one Buddy Ryan.
Ryan's team.
Yeah. That's the play that pissed Buddy Ryan off. And as you saw, Ron Francis got an interference penalty. Okay. And Buddy Ryan got his revenge, if you want to. But I want to go back to something that Drew Pearson said. He said he had this nasty attitude about the Eagles that I would cheap shot them when Bill Berge took his helmet off. And oh man. Yeah, okay. So when the Cowboys were down in the early part of the 2000s, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, Philadelphia really beat our heads in, okay? And I hated the Philadelphia Eagles so much. I cannot ever remember a time as a Cowboys fan where I had such intense hatred for the Philadelphia Eagles of that time, okay? I truly hated the Philadelphia Eagles, okay? I hated Donovan McNabb. I hated Andy Reid. I hated those. Well, no, I'm not going to say that. I hated those people on defense that had, okay? Okay, I hated everything about the Philadelphia Eagles. That's why it was so satisfying when the Cowboys came back from 2 touchdowns down on Monday Night Football. And Roy Williams made the game-winning interception, pick 6. Okay, that's what made it even more satisfying. Okay, because the Eagles had beat our brains in for years. And I believe 2005 was the first time we swept the Philadelphia Eagles in the season series. Okay, so, but yeah, in the early part of the 2000s when the Cowboys were down, I hated the Philadelphia Eagles with such a passion. Okay. Yeah, so, yeah. And probably some of y'all watching this, you did it too, okay? All right, that's it. That's all for Classic Cowboys Talk. I'm Sean Farrell. I am out of here. May God bless you all. Peace out.
Who?
Cowboys.
What's my blue and gray team?
Cowboys.
And who I'm rolling with, huh?
My Cowboys.
Steelers better get it right. Giants better get it right. Who?
Cowboys.
What's my blue and gray team?
Cowboys.
And who I'm rolling with, huh?
My Cowboys.
Eagles better get it right. Skins better get it right.